The year was 1937, back in the dark ages, right? I was a cute, happy 3-year-old white child living in South Carolina. If you saw the movie The Help, I was like that little white girl in the movie, and Helen was like the black maid in the movie. I loved Helen as my mother, and she loved me as her child. Actually, Helen taught me what real love looks like. She worked from Monday to Friday, and so Saturday morning, my mother always washed my hair, getting suds in my eyes. I cried, Mama spanked. Finally, Helen had had enough. She walked 1.5 miles every Saturday morning from her house to my house, washed my hair, no suds. Walked home, no pay, just love. I loved Helen more than anyone else in the whole world. In 1947, I was a spunky 13-year-old junior high school kid. But one night, something horrible happened. A white man was killed, and a black man was jailed. Several nights later, a caravan of taxi drivers drove to that jail. By force took that man to the woods, strung him up on a tree while a white cross burned. They lynched him. It was the last lynching in South Carolina. But my family were prejudiced also. Helen and the black men who did our lawn ate their lunch on the patio, while my family dined in air conditioning. I knew something had happened even though I was just 13 years of age. I began to fight prejudice in my own home. And in 1951, as a senior in high school, I wrote a speech entitled, "What Will a Youth Do with His Life?" That speech won the South Carolina Speaking Contest, and as a prize, I got to share a stage with Billy Graham and give that speech to 10,000 people. Before going off to college, I went to Helen's house to say goodbye. Helen held me in her wonderful arms and then pushed me away to arm's length and said, "Pat, I raised you to never hate. So every day I expect you to live as an example of what love looks like to every person you meet." So Helen has a message for each one of you. Never hate. Every day live your life as an example of what love looks like for every person you meet. Thank you.